So here we go. Welcome back to another edition of Game Day. I'm outside Portman Road as I just witnessed Town draw 2-2 with the League One leaders Wigan Athletic. 1-0 down at half-time. Then Connor Chaplin, Sam Morsey makes it 2-1, but Will Keane comes back to haunt us. Another great crowd here at Portman Road. Of course, it was supposed to be the Easter Monday game, but it's a Tuesday. But League One getting 21,000, it's just incredible. I want to get the thoughts from the KO Army as ever. Let's get right into it. So first up, I'm joined by good old Matty. Matt, how are you doing, my friend? And thoughts on a 2-2 draw against Wigan?
Yeah, doing all right, thanks, Ross. That was a weird old game, really. They scored with, I think, their only real chance in that first half. And then you kind of thought, well, you know, my thoughts at the half-time were, well, I wonder if that's why they're top, grinding out results. But then we got those two goals. Sammy Morsey, I thought, was a lovely finish, and Chaplin did well to find that bottom corner. And sadly, Will Keane, it had to be him after his antics in the first half, didn't it? Got the equaliser. But we've delayed their promotion party, so I'll take that.
Yeah, half-time, 1-0 down. You thought, here we go, we're going to be celebrating. But what do you think Kenry kind of said at half-time and got us those two goals?
I reckon he just told us to be a little bit more disciplined, to be fair. I think I wouldn't say we were sloppy in the first half, but I'd say there was a couple of unforced errors. To be honest, I think you were always going to get that with, you know, Wigan trying to... I felt like they were trying to squeeze us up and caused a couple of unforced errors, but at the same time, you know, I reckon he told us, sharpen it up and maybe be a bit more adventurous. I think whilst we had a lot of possession in that first half, we've seen in games recently, I think especially against that first half against Rotherham, we've had a lot of possession, we haven't really done a lot with it. And I think he said maybe, you know, have a little bit go. And you see that goal for Barry Bannon for Wednesday, and I think it shows sometimes it's worth having a shot. And like you say, having a bit of a go. And I imagine that was a message. That's what I would have said.
And we've got one more home game left. We've got two more games left to go. Hopefully we can finish the season strong with two more back-to-back wins. Yeah,
you always want to win your games, even if there's nothing to play for. You want to end off on a positive mental note going into the next season. And we'll go up to Crewe on Saturday. A game I'm quite looking forward to. My family are originally from that part of the world, so meet up with some of them. And then you always want to sign off with a win at home, don't you, on the last day, especially against Charlton, when Charlton away was a weird old experience. So maybe put that to bed and put that right, and we'll look to end on a high and take a sort of the positivity that's off the pitch, put it on the pitch, and carry it through to the next season.
Next up, I'm joined by good old Ben Diaf. Ben, 2-2 draw against Wigan, League One leaders, and we did it right, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a really entertaining 95 minutes. Wigan gave as good as they've got, which actually I didn't think for League One leaders was as much. My dad went to the game over at the DW game before Christmas and said he was surprised they're still top of the league. And after tonight, I'm a little bit surprised they've done as well as they have. I mean, they've got a good goal scorer up front, know all about Will Keane. But they weren't, I wasn't as impressed as I thought I might be. We did play well, bits and spurts in the first half. We gave a silly goal away, another set piece, but second half we got really back into it with Chaplin's goal, which is a little bit out of nothing. But Morsey's goal was fantastic, great move. Thompson, I noticed tonight, Thompson when he came on at half-time was a greater attacking force than he's ever been, I think, for us going down that left-hand side. Superb finish from Morsey, which we've seen over the few weeks, probably since February time, getting into the box. And there again to apply the finish. So, yeah, do you know what? When it doesn't really matter, when the points don't matter, it's just great to be entertained. Like you said, Ross, in your intro, great crowd here on a Tuesday night, 21,000. The Ipswich fans do themselves proud again. But, no, I really enjoyed it tonight.
I don't need to bring up any more questions because Ben just rats out like that.
I will say one thing to finish off, because it's been talked on the main podcast, and of course those guys do a much more professional job than we do. Will Keane and his ponytail, I'm not a fan of. That was brought up, absolute nonsense. And as much as when he was on the pitch, he was fine for us. But for a bloke who spent probably 9 months on the treatment table to behave like he did after his first goal, no matter the wind-up he might have got from our fans, which you should just forget, I thought was just ridiculous. I'm very surprised. Phil Luck has let down. He was also deemed as a nice guy. I'm not sure you're a nice guy behaving like that. But anyway, that's a very small matter on a Tuesday night, which I very much enjoy. So I won't let it ruin my evening. 2-2 here. And yeah, we had fun. Well done, Ipswich. And we look forward to the Charlton game.
Indeed. I would like Will Keane though. He's a good player. 2 goals.
Oh no, I do rate him. I do rate him. No. There's a bit of jealousy there.
But yeah, there you go, Ben. Cheers for joining me, my friend. Next up, I'm joined by good old John Watson, the King of the North. Back-to-back games for you, my friend. A defeat in Rotherham, but tonight, a 2-2 draw against League One leaders Wigan. Thoughts?
Much better performance tonight, Ross, I thought. I enjoyed tonight's game. Didn't enjoy some of the cheating, because I've just seen the replay of Morsey getting booked. I mean, you got to, as a professional player, if you see that back, you got to be embarrassed because Morsey got a 3-game ban for palming somebody in the face, and the referee's bought that. He hasn't touched him. That's embarrassing. Anyway, going back to the football though, they're top of the table, and we did pretty well. Again, like I said to you on Saturday, Ross, it kind of sums up our season. Don't take our chances. First half, totally dominant. Their one chance, maybe second chance, they score, and we go in all miserable. But we've done all that. I mean, we were playing quite well, and we did okay. We need a striker with confidence.
Will Keane.
Well, to be fair, can we talk about Will Keane?
Yeah, go.
Can we just talk about? I know he got a bit of abuse from some fans in the North End, North Stand, when they were trying to get the ball back. But don't disrespect me. I clapped you every game last season, you prat. Don't give it all this. No. If you're top of the league and you score against your old club, turn around and celebrate with your teammates. Yeah. Don't give it to the minority. Absolute prat. He's gone down in my estimations. Andy Warren in the main pod, I was listening, said, what a top guy. Andy, you need to retract that comment because he's a prat in my eyes tonight. Anyway, calm down, John.
But overall, John, you come all this way from Doncaster.
Yeah.
Would you say you saw a response after the 1-0 disappointing defeat at Rotherham against League One leaders, and to be 2-1 in front, unfortunately they got the goal back?
Yeah, to be fair, I thought more players showed up today.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, Cameron Burgess played really, really well. And a little bit of a shout out to Penny, he did okay. And I thought Thompson had his best half when he came on for Penny. That I've seen him for the last 10 games I've seen him, he's probably had a decent half there. Chap has worked his backside off all night.
Have a goal for him, 10th for the season.
Yeah, and you've got to be happy with that, considering he usually starts off the bench these days. But we haven't been embarrassed against Rotherham. We haven't been embarrassed against Wigan. Just shows that we're still not there, are we? Yeah. But we're not maybe as far. I feel better tonight than I did on Saturday, that's for sure. Yeah. I know it's only a point, but hey, we'll take that. And we've got a spine of a team there. Let's have a few more in the summer. Let's have if we had another centre midfielder along Sammy Morsey there. I mean, I know Evans is out. Backinson did okay tonight. He did. But he's just not. I mean, you put Max Power in that side tonight. Yeah.
All right, John.
Take
Johnny home, my friend.
Thanks for having us on, Ross.
Always.
Come on, you Blues.
Next up, I'm joined by good old Chris Peachy. We all predicted a defeat tonight, and we got a draw against League One leaders Wigan. Your thoughts?
I predicted a defeat.
A lot of people.
Oh,
did.
sorry,
A lot of people did.
I never.
You always predict to win, but yeah.
So yeah, thoughts. I thought we were quite unlucky to go in 1-0 down at half time. Actually, it was. To be fair, we've lost a man. Keane's. It's a good header, but it's a free header. But I'm not playing too much. Second half, we dominated it. I mean, they've had 2-3 chances, but overall play, I was very impressed. First half, Backinson, he gets a lot of stick whenever he loses the ball. It's like, oh, bloody Backinson. But actually, he was breaking the play up so well. Morsey does a brilliant job. And like I say, I think John has said, Burgess, one absolute rock at the back today. Absolute rock. And Chaplin and Selina, probably them two intertwining, should we say, is that a word?
Yes. Keeping
the ball moving, the wing backs getting into play, and even like Dynasty was getting up at times. Wolfie kept trying his little runs, which is going to be a trademark now. He will score one soon. But yeah, I'll take 2. It's a point. Really.
I'm sure at this point that we couldn't hang on to that 2-1 win, because that would have been a statement win to end the season, getting a big win here under Lightsbourne Road. But Will Keane come back to haunt us, 2 goals from him.
As soon as I was saying the guys around me, as soon as we went 2-1 up and going, Keane obviously scored, said, you know what's going to happen, he's going to score, and he did. Went about finish, but still. I was going to say about it. No, you're always going to get that come back on you. But it's a shame he didn't do it for us because he's always injured for us, weren't he, unfortunately. But now he's finally got a run of games that shows what, actually, to be fair, what a decent player he is. Assist-wise, I think that was his 20th goal for them tonight. Yeah. I think he's got about 8 or 9 assists. That's what we need. We'll get one in the summer. We're definitely building something here. Like, I've noticed, especially on social media, when Ipswich Town win, or play well, we only need 2 or 3 signings, which is me already, and I agree with that. As soon as we lose, we need a whole new squad, we need 25 new players. It's just such a massive, sometimes, what's the word? Just such an overreaction sometimes. McKenna's building something. It's taken he's been here 3 months now. Look what he's done already. Nearly averaging 2 points, 1.8 a game. Still promotion form in my book.
Right, bring on next season, basically.
Yeah, can't wait. I'm not a Crew, but I'll be here at Charlton. So safe trip to Liverpool, going to Crew, and I'll see you at Charlton.
Next up, I'm joined by good old Matt Macon. Matt, thanks for joining me, my friend. Thoughts on that 2-2 draw?
Well, it's a bit more entertaining than the last couple of home games for sure. I thought we played really well in the second half. The first half sort of went to pattern way the last few games have gone. Sort of played quite well in the first half, put the ball into some reasonably dangerous areas without creating any chances, and then bang, we end up 1-0 down just before half time. But we came out quite well. I thought we were good for the equaliser. Definitely good to go ahead. And annoyingly, I thought we were sort of weathering the storm reasonably well, but we switched off a bit for the equaliser again. But yeah, happy enough really. Yes, it's a point's good for Wigan. Really don't make much difference to us now. We're mathematically out of it, but nice to see us scoring some more goals. It seems to be when we start scoring more goals, the clean sheets disappear. So I thought Thompson probably had his best half in the Town shirt. I'm still not convinced about signing him in the summer, but I thought he had a good game. I thought the header leading up to Morsey's goal was brilliant. I always love to see Morsey get his first goal in front of the North Stand now. So that's brilliant. You just see it smashed into the
He
roof of
celebrated
the
the
net.
wrong way, though. He celebrated the wrong way.
No,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Good goal.
He's been talking to the women's team. That's what it is.
Yeah. They celebrated the wrong way as well. Oh, dear.
All in all, it was a reasonably enjoyable game, and still a lot to do. Still sort of getting back into it. The papers have a bit of the cracks about our attacking options, but yeah, definitely still confident there's something to build on, and I can't wait to see what McKenna's going to get done during the summer.
And before we go, 2 more games left to go. One at Crewe and one at Charlton. Last home game of the season. What would you like to see from the final 2 games?
Don't know. I think now that we're definitely out of it, or maybe I'd like to see Baggett certainly play at home. I watched the Rotherham game on Sky at the weekend. I thought really, apart from obviously being involved with the goal, really, he didn't put a foot wrong. Otherwise, it's unfortunately that's the one negative thing he did.
Fans of the show.
Fans of the show, absolutely what it is. Things like checks in the post, lads. and I'd like to see Baggett get a game in front of the Portman Road crowd. Just a little bit of tinkering, maybe, just sort of hint, maybe sort of playing more of our players and not as many of the lone players. I hate to say it, I think we might have maybe seen the last of Macaulay Bonne in a Town shirt, certainly at Portman Road. Just a little bit. Play with a little bit of freedom. Last couple of games, it'd be nice.
Top man, Matt. Cheers,
Ross.
Next up, I'm joined by Francine. Thanks for joining me. Your thoughts, League One leaders, and we've got a 2-2 draw.
Top of the league, you're having a laugh. That's what I've got to say. They weren't very good. And at one point in the first half, I thought they looked well drilled because they passed the ball quickly, which we don't do. They pass and move. But they resorted to time wasting again, another side. Falling over. Bennett is an absolute disgrace. He should be embarrassed for the way he fell over. Morsey barely touched him, if at all. And the fact that they got angry about that free kick at the end that they couldn't take at full time, when their keeper spent 5 minutes trying to ask the referee how to take a free kick for offside. I'm sorry, it's your own fault. But so not impressed with Wigan at all. Very impressed with what we put out, especially in the second half. First half, we can copy and paste everything we've said about recent games. Lots of possession, no end product. We're too slow at times on the ball. We try to break and then we just stop and play it back. And I think that's why we missed someone like Jackson with his pace, because his pace beginning when he was playing meant that we could attack quickly. So I think that's where we're missing his pace. But second half, unlike in other games where we've come out second half and just fallen apart, we came out and fought for this one. Definitely deserved the goal, and obviously my boy scored. My boy.
Chaplin. My boy.
Always, and he played really well, definitely deserved, and then great goal by Morsey. Was impressed with Penny until he went off, and then obviously Thompson played well as a replacement. And then there's very few players who you can say put a foot wrong tonight. They were all pretty good.
Like Walton. Made
Walton.
some incredible
Yeah, that
saves.
save at the end, which was like point blank range, that was incredible. Then you've also got Burgess, who was just everywhere. Dinassian. The only
Whole team.
yeah. Apart from maybe Norwood, who wasn't quite as good as when he came on, but you can't fault the team. He's got a point against the league leaders, and yeah, 2 games left. On to next season.
On to next season.
Yeah.
There you go. Francine, thank you.
It's all right.
Mike, have you cheered up yet? You're in Rotherham. Bit disappointed. 2-2 draw tonight. Your thoughts?
We're still not capitalising, are we? When we were on top in that first half. And we're still not scoring from set plays. Got 5 or 6 corners. Right on top of them, break up in play. Everyone goes to centre circle or whatever. Has a little chin wag. Yeah, again.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Intensity drops down. And then Wolfie gives away a stupid free kick, which he didn't need to because it was covered.
Yeah.
They result, get a corner out of it, first corner of the game, and they score. First set play. But I am actually glad that, unlike at Rotherham, where in the second half they just did not turn up, they're just like that, oh, fuck it, we lost this game or whatever. They came back into the game and got some good goals, didn't they? Yeah, well, good goals. Bit scrappy goals.
Yeah. That's what we want to see, though.
Yeah, more scrappy goals. But it still looked like they were trying to walk the ball into the net.
Yeah.
And their long-range shooting is terrible.
I know Baxton had one when he just went, psh, didn't go anywhere.
Well, it's like you'd like to see him hit it first time.
Yeah.
But then it ends up ballooning into Rose Ed, and then they take a touch, and there's no time to shoot. So it's one or the other. They maybe need to practice first time shooting.
And set pieces,
I don't
of course.
know. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You know, better display than Rotherham. But still, if we can't crack that, you know, crack the set plays and scoring when we're dominant, are we really going to be challenging next season?
I hope so, my friend. We've got Crew next. That's a game we've got to score loads and score from a set piece, don't we?
I'm just looking forward to all the inflatables.
Yeah.
Probably that'll be about it. Crew are down. 2 games. Maybe he'll experiment, put some players out there. But I honestly think he won't change a lot because he'll want to. Has Backinson done enough to maybe get a contract? He seems to have improved.
Yeah.
But the likes of Thompson will probably get a play. Well, Selena seems to have dropped off. He seems to be getting lost in games.
He's got the Harry Potter cloak on. He's disappeared, didn't he? Hey. Nice little intro
So
there for
yeah.
the pod. But yeah.
And Bon, God, he can't get a break, can he?
Bless him.
It's sad, really, because
Yeah.
you'd really like him to just get that goal.
Yeah.
And a bit like what Will Keane did tonight, got to a bit of barracking by the fans when he was trying to get that ball for that corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, got some barracking from the fans and just went, I'll show you, and bang, and it was in the net. There you go, have some of that. And he got his tail up, and then next thing, the crowd are like, What's the score? Will Keane, what's the score? At 2-1.
And he goes.
And he goes and scores again, doesn't
Yeah.
he? It's what you need, isn't it? A bit of motivation and that lot, but I don't know. Macaulay seems to be struggling, so I don't know. It'd be sad to see him go back to QPR because I know he doesn't want to go back and he wants to stay. I don't know. He could be a different man next season.
Hopefully.
Maybe, but if he was to get back to that form he was in the first 10 or 15 games, I don't know. What do you think, Ross?
I think we all love it, but is he the man up front that will score us the goals? But we shall
No,
see.
I think we need a key man up front.
Yeah.
I would really like to see, but it's never going to happen because we won't play 2 up front. But Norwood with that Stockton, because them two would bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Got pictures of them together. They were kissing.
On that note, Mike, thanks for joining me, my friend. I'm going to join this long.
Yeah, they do. I
travelling-
think they really love each other.
Yeah.
So you want that sort of chemistry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a bit of man love.
I love this man. So now, guys. And the last man that is joining me this week is good old James. 2-2, your birthday this week.
Yeah.
We didn't get a win, but a good point against League One leaders Wigan.
Absolutely. I thought we could be on the beach after today, but I thought we really put in a good performance. No signs of lack of effort. First half, we just didn't create much. That was the only thing. Second half, a real fire in the belly of the lads. I'm really, really pleased we came out the way we did, created more chances, and took the game to them. To be honest, better side.
Yeah, I think I was going into this game dreading maybe a big defeat, but we got a point. We could have won this game, but then Will Keane, late equaliser, and they could have gone and maybe scored the third goal, maybe get the winner themselves, because they were trying to win the title tonight, but we held them firm.
Oh yeah, it's always always the players that used to play for Ipswich that come back and score. So that didn't surprise me one bit. You never like to see them scoring, but it's always the way. But I'm just really pleased with how we played tonight. Just need to be that little bit more clinical. I think probably good chances we created about the same amount as them, but we had so much more of the ball. And we were much better in possession and in play, but they were just clinical. Chance creation was good, and they punished us, and that's why they're going up.
And James, you're the last person I'm speaking to tonight, so I'll let you have the last words. Thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy your birthday, James, but take it away. What do you want to say?
I want to say thank you very much for the season, Ipswich, but give us at least a playoff run next year. Come on, you Blues.
There we go.
That's it.
That's it.
Let's stop now.
Yeah. Ah!